Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Whitaker. We're here on a great day to witness three young men signing to continue their education as well as football careers. I'm going to allow them to introduce the people they have with them today.
My name is Jamon Wilson. I got with me my mom, Keisha Wilson, and my brother, Jamelle Wilson.
You better chill, boy!
I'm Jamelle. Here I have my mom with me, Tiavon, and my stepdad,
Hell, you better chill too, boy.
Here I got my auntie, my Nikki Thomas, and now I got my grandma and shit.
I'm William, the basketball coach, Nate Monroe, our head football coach, as well as all of our assistant coaches. Getting started, we're going to go to Jamon's mother to say some nice words.
I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming. I want you to know that I'm very proud of you. You've worked hard to get here. And you deserve everything that's coming to you. I want to give special thanks to Mike. You've had his back since he was 5. You never gave up for him. You never gave up for himself. And you've been the second father for him, and we really appreciate that. And congratulations, kid. I love you, and the sky's the limit.
I know like my mom said, thanks for everybody coming, showing support for my little brother. I'm really proud of him. I hope he's proud of himself. He worked hard to get to this point. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right, now we're moving on to Jamelle. We're going to start with Mr. Savage.
How y'all doing? Jamelle Savage, or Coach Savage for most of y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. I want to sit there and say I'm proud of them kids, all of them, because I really seen them since they came in their freshman year. I used to coach them with them, but it's just from what he went through and having his leg injury to not giving up, keep working. You don't understand the time we put in with each other to him to reach this time, and I'm proud of you, proud of all three of you guys. Hope y'all keep continuing. I hope y'all keep working. And just remember, it's a blessing, man, just to see y'all doing this. So, thank you.
My little sunshine. This is a moment we've dreamed of, huh? For all three of you guys, right? So like Zappa said, he's been through a lot, he broke his leg. So if you guests in the family, we're from St. Louis, so we get adjusted to coming to this lovely school. And I do thank all of you guys for embracing my son. It's pretty humble, as you noticed, and quiet. But it's been a long road, huh? I just want to say that I love you so much, and I'm so, so, so very proud of you that you pushed through all the challenges that you've had this year. I love you, son.
Little sunshine. I like that. Now we transition over to Elijah Thomas, starting with his hand.
Well, I just want to say that I am very, very, very proud of you. You know, this has been a very long road. We've been through a lot as a family. You in particular have fought very, very hard to get where you're at. And I just can't wait to see what the future holds. You've been waiting on this moment all your life, and we're here now. So just keep going, and you're gonna see. I'm very, very, I can't even explain to you how happy I am. kids would have been gave up, and he just kept fighting a good fight, and he's here. And he's very successful, and I could not be more proud. Thank you, and I love you. And you already know what it is.
That's my turtle. This young man, I'm with his. This young man had, like his dad said, a lot of people would have gave up, but not him, because he had a point to prove. He wanted to make somebody proud of him that's no longer with him, and you've done that. Keep on, because your nanny is praying for you. I got your back. And I want to say to the school, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you.
Before I pass it over to the coaches, we're going to go through the nicknames real quick. So we got Jamon, Tubby with 0 body fat. Going to Pitt State. We got Jamelle Sunshine. We got Jordan City. And we got Elijah Turtle Thomas. That's amazing to get these big guys together. Now let's go round of applause for Coach Mike.
First of all, thank you guys. Just so I won't be too long. Everybody I'll be right back. It's where it comes from. It's love. It's what it is. All three of them. So, Tubby, like Keisha said, 5 years old, man. I was at a basketball game at the YMCA, Shelly know, and I'm always smoking basketball talent. This kid kept coming down. He had his hand like this, and he was dribbling with it a little bit. He could play though, he could play. And we got together years ago, and I always tell the story too, like, I think Jay was a Topeka High grad. There's a lot of Topeka High and that blood over there, And so for them to come over here and be in Highland Park, it's huge. And now I feel like there's red and green in that blood right now, But me and Jamon, man, just like all boys, great relationship. The one thing about we've been through a lot. We've been through great times. We went fisticuffs sometimes as well too, but it was love. It was hoping to grow and develop. And so I'm proud to see you here. Oh my God, what happened. We talked about it a lot. Jamelle, I met him last year. We played for us last year. Same kind of young man, like his mother said. He's super humble, great young man. I love watching him play football. And a guy that, whatever we told him he would do, obviously he's still signed to play football, but he gave us his all every day. He was out there on the basketball floor. So congratulations to you as well, Jamelle. E.T. Yeah. I just laugh because you gotta let me say it, E.T. E.T.'s got a very amazing story. Like his family had talked about my experience with him. It's been the same. E.T. didn't finish the year with us his freshman year. And like they said, a lot of kids wouldn't be at this point right now. And throughout that time, his freshman year, we stayed connected. We still maintained a good relationship. I just watched him from afar. And I remember coming to him at the end of the summer, or matter of fact, him coming to me. And just like Coach Mike, I want to get back down. Like, I feel like I'm growing up. And I was like, man, I feel like I see that. I see you growing up. And he was. And he gets through, he finishes through that year, finishes last year. And like up to this point again, moms and other kids because they're waiting outside. I apologize, Lakeisha. But I thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And like we say, job not finished, job not done. We're gonna keep going, keep going.
We didn't have a basketball game going on after this. Mike Power talked for another 30 minutes. Now we're going to turn it over to our head football coach, Jamelle Wms-Sanders.
I know I get up here and I get to talk, and me and Coach Mike can go ahead and have a competition. So I took some good advice from Coach Buff and actually wrote down what I'm going to talk about. So hope I can do this pretty quick. As a team, you know, we talk about journey, we talk about stories, and these players, this is just the next chapter. We talk about chapters, this is the next chapter in the journey. Jamon, the unique thing about your story is the work that you put in the dark when people were not around. Like, I'm talking about the work after the workouts, after the ones we have for the team, but the work that you put in. You listened to some great advice. One of the things he did, he found one of our most successful alumni. He worked out with that person throughout the whole summer. He also found one of the best trainers here in the city. He worked out with that trainer. That's some of the stuff that people didn't know. Most of the time, most of the players his age is probably playing video games, or they're on their cell phones, wasting some time. He was putting in the work. He invested in his future. So fast forward to the beginning of the season, right? All the work that he put in throughout the summer, all those hours that he put in. And you think about that first kickoff to start the season, first play of the game. Jamie catches the ball, 96-yard touchdown. We made that happen. So what I'm saying is that what happens is, like, it doesn't happen by accident. You're blessed with talent. The hard work that you put in got you to this place. So please clap it up for my guy, Jamie. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna sit up here because these boys will call me out later. All right. There's a few times we didn't think he was gonna make it. I'm not gonna lie. But what made me a believer was our one-on-ones. Like, people don't know this, right? The one-on-one talks that we have, a lot of stuff that we got in common. You know, but one thing I learned from our one-on-ones is how passionate, how you have a huge heart, how much you care about people. You know, some of y'all don't see this side of E.T. E.T. is the first person to call Coach Buff. Coach Buff's mother passed away. Right? He was one of the first people. He was the person that actually bought the card. All the athletes, and most of the athletes in here signed that card for Coach Buff's mom. He was the one that went to the store to buy it. E.T. was the first one to call my phone and had a conversation with me when my mother passed away. A year later, my father passed away. He was the first one to message me. That's how caring he is. And that's the things that kind of brought me to understand, like, the things that happen in certain situations. It's not just from, you know, there's something that he's fighting for. So what I'm gonna tell you, E.T., you told me the people that you're doing this for. You said you're doing it for your grandmother, right? You did say you're doing it for your father. You said most importantly, you're doing it for your mom. All right, so I want you to know, when you go down to the next level, please know that your mother is with you on every step of your journey. Please keep your faith and know that she's there for you. You get an opportunity to sit down with Jamelle and hear his story, his full story. It's amazing, all right? Because it's one of those stories that make you want to give up and stop. Every football player in America looks forward to that first day with pass, that first day of bang. All right, we call it keepers and peepers. All right, and with us in our situation, Jamelle had did everything he needed to get himself prepared to have an amazing senior year. He was going to be our middle linebacker. He was going to be that dude. we even changed the defense because of him. Right? And unfortunately, these things happen in your story, in your journey. Right? That first day of pass, he gets an injury, right? And it took almost his whole season. But these are the things, I even listed the things that he did great in these situations, because he could have just gave up. Right? The most important thing, he took his recovery and his treatment, he was serious about it. Everything they asked him to do, he did. Right? There was times I was like, man, you good. I mean, you've been rehabbing that thing for a while, and he did what he needed to do. He did exactly what they asked him to do. All right? He listened to his body and communicated to his coaches with truth. All right? Because all we can do is go off of what you tell us. And there's times where he could have came back, but he went out to a couple practices. No, coach, I'm not ready. I need another week. All right? And we need that communication. All right? He still came to practices during that time. This is the hardest part. It's like when you have an injury like that in your whole season, and you can make a choice. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna skip practice. I'm not gonna. He still came to every practice. He still came to games. He still learned, and then he fought to the end of the season and ended up playing a couple games. Right? The most important thing, he didn't sit back and wait for somebody to do his recruiting. This is the most active player in his own recruiting that I've ever coached in my 16 years of coaching. Please clap it up for him. So I'm gonna end this with this, right? There's over 1 million football players in high school football players in the United States. All right, there's 7.5 play at the next level in college. All right, these are the things that separate you three from other people. One, Jamon, you're blessed with field. Your field vision is on a whole different level than any person I ever coached. All right, ET, big folks like you are not supposed to move the way you can. You're blessed with it. You're blessed. All right. And Jamelle, not many linebackers can kick it to a touchback multiple times in the season. So you guys are blessed. Please keep your faith strong, and don't forget about us. All right.
All right, before I turn it over to the players, these three young men up here, they have all types of all-league honors, all types of all-conference and city honors. These are three amazing young men. They are, the cornerstone of turning our football program around. We had a period of time when it was a struggle for us to win games. And with these three young men, we show up to games expecting to win. So it's nice to get that winning mentality, and it's all due to you, three young men, and the rest of the staff we have on the football team. I hope you can see him over the table. We got Tubby. He's going to go first.
First, I want to say thank you to all my coaches. Coach Chris, thank you. Coach Platt, who else out here? Coach Garland just left. Coach Mike, obviously. Coach Monroe, Coach Cass, Coach Bird, all y'all. Who else over there? Thank you, Miss Michelle. Thank you, Miss Reagan. Thank you, Miss Sonda. Thank you, Anisha. Thank you to all my family, for real. I don't think I would have really been able to get here without y'all. Thank you to the homies, for real. Man, it's been a crazy journey, for real. Just knowing that we got this many people behind us is kind of crazy. Because there was a point in time when it felt like nobody was behind us. So knowing I got all y'all behind me is definitely a blessing. Love you.
First, I'd like to thank my mom for getting me all the way here to be making this possible to happen. I'd like to thank all my coaches, Coach Mike, Monroe, Garland, my dad. I also like to thank Miss Rich for helping me out. Even when I was injured, she made sure I kept my head up and keep going.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Coach Mike, Monroe, Coach Ben, Coach Kessler, Coach Bird. I know you ain't really like me during the season. We'll work on that. Thanks to the players, basketball team, football players too. Mikey. Thank you to my best friend, my sister, my girl. We was the first ones to break the streak. Trey. Can't forget about you back there. Thank you, Miss Rich, wherever you is. But we been playing with Tug for a while. Blessed to block for him. Happy to play with Jamelle, even though he loves her fashion. Well, he's still good. Thank you, Mr. Woody. Thank y'all for showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing about ET is he's going to say whatever comes to his mind. Whatever he said. Young men in front of you, you got your letter of intent. Can you please take this time to sign to your respective schools? All right, y'all, let's give it up. We got Pitt State. Forward to that Washburn versus Pitt matchup. I don't know who we're gonna cheer for that in the skies. We'll have to make a trip down to Garden City and Butler, catch y'all when y'all come close. Give us a schedule to be there. Remember, once a Scot, always a Scot, and it is great to be a Scot. Yeah.